welcome back. Teh
Tarik
Hour.
Hour.
As always, it's me, Azreen, along with,
Ah Kit.
and we are back for another episode of two Malaysian guys talking nonsense. As always, we thank you guys for watching our videos and liking and commenting. The last one, the boycott, having quite an interesting reaction as well.
Yeah, quite as numbers the viewers who will watch our videos.
And we're always grateful for that, and we're grateful for the conversation you all have lah. Just as always, we try to say, don't too aggressive lah. We're trying to be respectful here, and try to listen to what we say first, before you suddenly tembak or attack people.
But don't worry, we are actually this interactive lah. We have this even the conversations between the audience and we are doing the podcast. We are doing the sharings.
We are children children show.
Children shows, people say we are kids.
Kids
Yeah, kid.
But yeah, kid. What's funny though, I think like probably we're probably older than a lot of commenters in there.
Because on our YouTube analyst lah, is most of the people are watching our video is more than 40 years old.
Yeah, I mean sometimes there's like good older and then sometimes it's good younger. It's vary, but regardless, we're thankful for everyone who watch. And if as always, if you feel like you wanna collaborate or anything, reach out to us at tehtarikhour@gmail.com.
Regardless what age you are lah, I really appreciate you guys to watch our videos and
be part of the show lah. Thankful for that.
Yep.
But without further ado, let's talk about today's topic. It's quite urgent in the sense that this could affect everyone in the world, right?
Yeah, I think it's a very big news. Just recent what happens is shaking the whole entire world.
People are waiting, holding their breath. What's going to happen next,
Yes.
basically. But if you all are unsure what we're talking about the recent Israel-Iran escalation in terms of like attacking each other lah.
Attacking each other.
And how this action
But
could
these
lead.
conversations, actually, we are not saying we are not support which part lah. We are actually
It's the thing, right? It's these two sides, right? If you say you are Israeli supporter, right, you support the people who are Zionists, who are currently doing ethnic cleansing and genocide towards Palestinian. And you say you are Iran, right? Then you are people who support like Hezbollah, all these like terror groups and all that. So it's like no good side there.
We are not support, but we are thinking if let's say really these two countries really have a war, will affected.
How will it affect the world, right?
Malaysia or
the rest of the world, basically. Because this is a dangerous situation, to say the least, right?
Yeah, some more all the things we hear will maybe increase the pricing. I think it's not just the pricing lah, or may suffer for food, or some people suffer for food, not just the price.
Well, before we go to the issue of like what's going to happen lah, let's just look back at how this all started. Okay, as best to your knowledge, Kit, how do you think how did we end up here lah, basically?
I think for Israel and Iran and this Middle East, this issues lah, it's not reason they have this war. I think we tracing back the history from the Jewish people who are come out, they form the country Israel. From the history, they form up also is already got the issue, but they are not really to face the attack each other.
It's a lot of it is proxy war lah, basically. It's like attacking but not direct lah. Like tepi-tepi one.
Tepi-tepi, yes. But just reason, we are saw is that we really happen is the face to face try to attack each other.
This is as direct as it has ever been lah. But do you know where is the tipping point? When is the tipping point of like this happen?
For me, I just know it's the drone who are send the Israel to send the drone over to Iran. This is the started point. The drone to use a drone to attack
This is the recent one lah. Basically, you're saying, right? Supposedly Israel has sent its drone in retaliation towards Iran lah. Basically, but actually, if we go back to the more recent, the actual tipping point, I personally believe, is the April 1st, where Israel supposedly attacked Iran's embassy in Damascus, Syria. So there was an attack on, there was a missile strike lah on this Iran embassy, and it killed a bunch of people. Iran said that because of this, there will be repercussions towards that. And they did not take it, Israel, I don't think, take it seriously lah. Ended up around April 13, 14, like that, Iran sent 300 drone strikes. Now here's the thing, the drone strike actually is just a performative. It wasn't going to actually damage Israel else, because Israel has this thing called the Iron Dome, which protects them from any missile. It's a very powerful defensive machine lah. And at the same time, there were like other countries like the US and the UK also stopped like 99% of all the attacks lah. Now there were some injuries and one casualty, if I'm not mistaken, but the damage is less compared to what Israel has done to Iran lah. But still, Israel said, "Oh, okay, Iran, you attack us already, now we will say we need to attack you back because eye for eye." So now it led to this recent one where Israel supposedly sent drone strikes towards Iran. And many people, specifically in the US, say that this could be the catalyst for all-out world war, depending on how everyone react lah. So that is the situation right now in terms of the Israel-Iran. Here's the thing. In your opinion lah, let's just ask ourselves, do you think we will get World War III, man? How likely you think for this to happen?
You see, this Israel and Iran is one of the issues here. The Russia and Ukraine.
See the thing, right? People also say like, oh, Russia, Ukraine, that will start the World War III, but it hasn't. Because I do believe like certain heads and certain greedy people believe it's not good to have World War III because you cannot make money with World War III one. So that's why I feel like
US can make money. What?
The thing is, right?
The US
wants
the weapons.
US wants the war as it is right now. If you say like what kind of war US want, right now is the best time. Not after Israel Iran, but like the Gaza attacking and then Russia Ukraine attacking. They like this kind of war. You know why? It's very small. It's very contained. Yes, it's very big lah in the eyes of the world, but like it's contained. So US can say, oh, we just helping them a bit only ma. We send more weapons there. But then he can say, oh, we send all these weapons. We need more money. Pay us more money to make more weapons. Then it's good. If World War III, the thing that Israel might do is launch a nuclear attack. If nuclear attack, everyone die, who pay, man?
Yeah, because we cannot control if let's say the war is coming. I cannot control. We don't know Iraq. They have their
Iran, not Iraq.
Iran. Okay, Iran. They have the bomb or the nuclear weapon or not.
The thing is, they were supposed to be they are supposed to disarm themselves, but they did. I do believe they are still trying to build their nuclear power there lah. And Israel, even though they deny it, they do have nuclear capacity. But again, let's go back to that question. Do you think it's possible to have World War III at this point?
I think it's possible.
You believe so, right?
I believe it's possible. If let's say someone is, you make me until sometimes like I'm not going to surrender. What? If let's say I'm the one of the country, they're not going to surrender. They turn on the nuclear weapons, no matter which country lah.
As long as someone press the nuclear, everyone will go already, right?
I think it's just a part. Maybe it's not in Southeast Asia here lah. Maybe it's at the other side, the Middle East, but they will affected
everyone else. There, I mean, if there is a war, people need to choose a side. You cannot stay neutral. Like what's it? Switzerland or Switzerland, you cannot stay neutral at Switzerland back in the day because at this point we are so global that it's impossible for you to stay neutral. So in the event of World War III, you either choose with the Western world, which is Israel, US, and all this that support that, or you choose with the other side of that, which is unfortunately, as they would probably say, is like the Muslim world in this point, which is like Iran, Middle East, all the Muslim countries, like a lot of Southeast Asian countries. Now, it's interesting that you say that it's likely for World War III to happen, because I believe the opposite. I don't think a World War III will happen because of this.
The benefits, the economy benefits.
Yes, because I think our current world is too profit driven to allow this to happen, especially for the US. The US, they allow Israel to do a lot of bad things, but they don't want Israel to be too bad that it affects how the US currently is, which is the biggest company in the world, basically. It's bad for business if Israel suddenly go crazy and say, Iran attack us. Okay, we want to go all out. Nuclear, you must join us, US. Impossible like that. That is stupid on their part.
Yeah, this is very, you are very clear in your mindsets. We want to the profit driven. Yeah, everyone is it's economy is the issues. But sometimes come to the war, and maybe I'm lost myself. The leader, maybe they are lost themselves. Yeah, we'll go to start from the fire. Maybe I won't go with surrender or something. Is because this thing is not just will be happen. Is many years from the history you can trace back. And know it's these are the religions and related with the religions, and then the people. Then maybe they are more on the emotion part. They are go to attack to the people. It's not just I think they are attack or started from this war. It's not just the profit. I think it's more on the emotions and the previous history you can know lah.
I mean, I understand your perspective saying that why Israel will be emotional in that attack lah. But again, I have to counterweight with the fact that Israel, as much as they are very loud and very powerful, they are not as powerful as the US. Because Israel is only powerful because US backs Israel. Yes. If US decided that, okay, Israel, you are gone too far, you must stop this, they have no choice but to follow also. And for Iran's side also, they are not going to be stupid enough to declare all-out war against the entire Western world. Because at the end of the day, they are still just a smaller country. They don't really have support of like UAE or all these like big Muslim countries. So it's a lose-lose situation for both of them to admit war is why I see. Which is why I will say that there won't be a World War III. Instead, there will be a lot of posturing, a lot of talk. I say, you attack me, I attack me. You see, we block you block this. This is like, they want to show off they're still strong but not really do anything there.
But because you can't,
they want to show face, want to jaga muka,
Yeah, because before this started the war, this drone thing before started the drone before I think Israel and the Middle East they already have this called the war, a little war inside their country.
I mean, of course, there's always been conflict there
Yeah, conflict but it's not really come to I really send a drone come to attack your place. It's kind of very like
big move in a sense. Move. But the thing you have to understand is big move, but not yet very damaging move. Because like I said, when Iran sent the 300 drone strike, right, 99% block. It didn't really damage Israel that much. There were one casualty, as I said. And similarly, the current news about Israel sending the drone to Iran, Iran say Iran is not making a big deal out of it. They're not saying like, sorry, suddenly Israel attacked. They just say, we are powerful, we are still here. That's the issue right now. Because I think both sides also know they don't want to push the balance too much instead of an all-out war .
Okay. just now we have mentioned with the world will split out with two power. One is a Islamic power, and the other one way is we call it Western's power. So if let's say we become these scenarios do you think we can back to like our old time, back to the normal, then say, oh, we stop this war? Who are the person we can have the right to say, we stop the war and make the world peace? This is the key person can come out, had a key country can come out to say, oh, I stop the war because the war will damage the world and the entire world. So you have to go back the peace world and go back to those
the steady world,
steady world,
and not have a all out conflict like that.
We don't have this key person. Last time I said, oh, US, everyone is because of US the world police or world justice or something. The US is plays this role and not say the US, but now the US no one to say, oh, US is a police in.
But still, it is still actually technically true that US is the key country here that can actually stop this conflict, because they have a lot of power still, despite being, as we see, on the decline Because you see recently the UN Council, US is the only country that voted against Palestine being accepted as a state in the UN. They still have that power to one vote veto everything. So it shows how powerful they are. And if the US were to say today, Israel, stop bombing, Israel has no choice to accept, because all their weapons come from the US. So technically, if you're asking who is the key country or which is the key country, US is still the key country here. Unfortunately, UN is no use. One is UN is like NATO, no action talk only. That is the thing. UN is how I say, is very wayang lah, performative only lah. They can do all this talk and say, oh, bad US is finger. We as the world, we are telling you are bad Israel, but no one listen to them actually.
No actions.
No action only. What actually will affect countries to do something is when it affects their bottom line. It affects their profit. That's why I keep going back to saying that the thing that doesn't push this into all-out war is because how will this affect people's profit, especially for a country like the US? If all of a sudden, right, the US their economy is stopped because of their support for Israel, of course the US people will say, oh, okay, we won't support Syria anymore. We need the money. So we rather sacrifice Israel and get our money back. You imagine suddenly the entire world, right? We boycott the US. Now, if you want to listen to our episode about boycotts, you can check out our previous episode and how it affects economy. But in the event, let's say the entire world say, we will no longer support the US dollar. We will no longer support American product. Do you think America will be shaking or not? To say to themselves, no one want to buy my things. No one want to support my money. No one want to support my currency. Should I still support Israel? Israel is my only customer now. Do you think they will still maintain that strategy? Like, if I was US and I see the whole world say, we are not supporting US anymore, bro, I will stop. I will say, oh, I need the money, man. I need the money.
How to say we are support or not support US? Because US already is like US dollar is a tradings, what you call that, the tradings.
Of course, realistically, if I say realistically, it's impossible to us to completely cut out US economy in the world. It's so much ingrained already.
Yeah.
Okay? But just a hypothetical imagination situation, right? Suddenly China say, you know what? We, the Chinese people, will support the entire world with our yuan, with our money. You don't need to support the US anymore.
I think China, they have started to using yuan to become a trading. threading
Okay,
officially.
then I will put in the Chinese CCP Communist Party music.
The Chinese also got the problem. Also, the Chinese, the PRC, and then they want to they try to.
But lesser evil. Look at it. How many wars have China supported compared to the US?
US is big weapon, ma.
I mean, right now lah, because we no choice, right? We no choice.
If let's say one day China make weapon, you see how? Also, it's same thing, what? The two evil in the world.
But right now, it's the lesser evil. Which one? Which one is the lesser evil? Is China supporting a genocide? Or is US supporting a genocide? If I'm a free thinking mind, I would say and look at the situation and say, I will vote for the lesser evil. Lo. Correct or not? Similar we can say lo. Do you support Najib when the time was do you support Najib or do you support Anwar? Anwar now economy very bad, but Najib time economy very good.
Then
lesser evil, is it?
No, now actually okay, this is now
which is the lesser evil?
Now I'm thinking actually Najib also not bad the time.
See?
Yeah.
So why
we want to change? Something is like, oh, now the current maybe is very good. Then how come we want to change?
But the thing is, right? Currently, the US is very destructive in their support of Israel.
Someone currently the US they are also got a lot of problem. The Donald Trump, you see a Donald Trump?
I mean, well, let's not look at social. We just look at economy as well. The US economy is not really like very good for the people, right?
Yeah.
So if I were a lesser evil, if I want to say which is better looking, China seems like a good idea.
China also is a.
But actually, you do realize that apparently Southeast Asia, Malaysian people prefer China over the US nowadays. You know.
Really?
Yeah. On the survey I saw is like the higher percentage of Southeast Asian Malaysian lead in terms of like preferring China over the US. Of course, I do believe some of that is based on the fact that they are US is very anti-Islamic with its current, support of Israel and all these things. So, see, let's say evil, man. So it's time for us to support China. Aki is very anti-China. Actually, he's a very American one. He loves Donald Trump.
I'm not saying I'm neutral. Actually, I'm neutral.
But that's the thing. We cannot be neutral, ma.
You have a side, is it?
We have to choose a side. If the World War happened, how do you think Malaysia will respond? Which is why we will go to the next part.
Maybe you become the Chinese army. Then
you want to go US, is it? I think we're too old to join army already, bro.
The drop. Maybe they want to someone who want to like block the bullets in front. The one who block the bullet.
Okay, that is called like killing yourself, bro. Our age already, you know what we can do? You can do the desk job. That's the most we can do, actually.
The cleaners.
The people who go to war are people below 31, like 20s, early 20s, late 20s, mid 20s, like that one.
Now no more lah. Thing is, they're using the robots and you're using a drone to.
Not that powerful yet lah. But now I want to also ask to you lah. In the event that something like the World War happened, right? How do you think, especially in the terms of Israel versus Iran, if something happened there, how do you think we as Malaysians would react? What do you think will be the path moving forward?
I think for our Malaysian, we are.
And also, how would it affect actually Malaysia, in a sense?
Affect Malaysia. Of course, we affected Malaysia is because the maybe the foods on some things, the pricing will be increased. This is very normal lah because they come to the war. But for Malaysia, I think they will support. The Islamic countries to. There will maybe Malaysia will send our people go to the war to support them. No? I don't know lah.
Do
you think Malaysia will be support? Middle East.
I do believe that in terms of like if the war does break out, right? I do believe that Malaysia will be more in the side of the Islamic State lah.
Yes.
Because we are a Muslim majority country. And the support for this Islamic country, especially after what Israel has done towards Palestine, it is very likely that we will be against Israel and inevitably against the US and Western world should this happen lah.
Yeah, I think maybe we are more support is a Islamic side, and then you can see we'll be here. Maybe Malaysia will become is more like, we are more anti-US. Those kind of.
I do believe it will be more anti-US.
Maybe Tesla will go on in Malaysia one day.
I don't think you should talk about Tesla right now, bro. Did you not hear about the Cybertruck all getting recalled?
No, 2028, the Cybertruck is not come to Malaysia.
I don't think it should come to Malaysia at all, bro. You don't got the issue of the pedal stuck, the accelerator pedal stuck. I don't think you want the Cybertruck. Okay. But beyond that, it's not just the products are being boycotted lah, basically, but also it could be the rise of intolerance against people who are not support of Islam. Like currently, as we are right now in Malaysia, anything that touches on the fact of Muslim or Islamic religion is very sensitive. I do worry that if the war happens, that will go even higher. Like, you misspoke about Islam in one way, you might end up losing everything for yourself. Right now, as it is with the boycott, like KK, just the socks issue is already a serious one.
Come back to Malaysia. If like just like what you just now you say lah. If really we are aside the Islamic world, I support the Islamic group of countries lah. So Malaysia is more like a more Muslim country. It's one day because Malaysia is not the fully Islamic country lah.
Of course, we are
we are multi racial.
It's just we are Muslim majority.
So we become is more side to Islam. Then for some people who are non-Muslim, maybe it's more difficult for living. Don't know. For futures lah.
That's the thing. I do worry that could be the after effects of very strong pride and strong emotions for protecting Islam as a religion.
Because we are choose a one side. You choose a one side is Islamics ma. Why if let's say Malaysia they are no. I'm not saying we are more in Islamic. Maybe we are natural. We are not support. We still in the middle. We are trying to be like US is still is our friends, and then
we are
in the betweens. Actually, it's not. I'm not side to which we are.
But that's the thing. That is how global politics works lah. It's about how do you navigate and make the balance. Like you have to step very carefully so that you don't attack anyone, but also you still maintain relationship, but also you still say, oh, we are against this. It's a very difficult.
It's very difficult. Let's say we are more like Islamic country. Like in future, we want to go, and it's very difficult to get their visa.
Yes, but this our geopolitical relationship is very hard to maintain. However, the thing is, right, the solution towards ending all this is quite simple. Actually, it's all about US saying to Israel, stop. But they won't do it. So just that small thing of US saying to Israel stop and not being able to do that has caused us to be this big of a conflict already, Something that could affect the entire world could spell the end of the human race just because some people are not willing to say stop.
I got your idea, but US ask because this thing happens it's not say if let's say we are US lah, I'm not asked sorry stop the war. It is the thing is because the profit driven already. I already sell you the weapon. I ask you to stop.
That's the thing, right? It's the danger there, lor. We don't know how far they want to push them.
I sell you the weapon. This is your choice already. I give you a knife. You go and I don't know what you're doing with the knife.
It's not the knife fault, right? It's the person.
It's the person who are fault. What? I sell you the knife. I give you a knife. This is I'm not stop you to do anything, but this is your choice. So Israel, they have a choice to do things. It's not the fault of the US. Yeah. This is the thing I'm thinking.
But that's the thing you need to understand. Yeah, there's the US and then there's Israel. But there's all the third person, ma. The rest of the world who see this happen. So what is our response to that? And what is Malaysia's power there? Can we even do anything?
If let's say Malaysia, we have no enough power. I don't have any power. Why we should? We just be a neutral and then we try.
Do you think your conscience will allow you to do that? To just stay quiet and let this happen?
Or maybe we are we are doing something like, I don't know. If let's say
not easy.
It's not very hard, you know. If let's say we are without the US supports, not US supports we are without the US economies, the linkage of the economy US we also very hard to survive. We
rely a lot.
Malaysia actually is a very small country. If let's say without China, we also very hardly to survive as well. Especially Malaysia, this small country. If let's say we are really like China, those kind of big country, I don't mind. China is say, yeah, we don't mind US.
You know what, right? We talk about this and we talk about what happens if a world war happen, right? I do believe right now is the time for Malaysia and Southeast Asia to become one. As a one country,
Unions
the union. It's time for us to together.
Like European Union like that lah.
Yes.
Maybe we can come out the Southeast Asia ringgit.
Something like, the Southeast Asian dollar or Southeast Asian renminbi or what. As long as we all come together and we say, okay, Southeast Asian country, we pull our resources together. Everyone can go anywhere in Southeast Asia.
I think
no
this
blocking.
Is very,
and then we all say, let's build our own nuclear power together.
I think this is very good ideas they have, because Southeast Asia is always like we are like some places like Vietnam. They are also like their friends. Last time they attacked the Vietnam, and then all the country will become a Commonwealth country. You know.
Yes, we should be the anti-colonizer, anti-colonizer community.
So we are come out the Southeast Asia. We are unions together, and then to attack this those colonial daigou.
And then we can prove our independence from the Western world and from China as well, and to that extent, and stand on our own feet as the continent of Southeast Asia. You imagine? That is our. Then we can have the superpower vote there, superpower voice, like if China and the US want to fight, we as South Asia can say stop, because we are a big market also.
But thing is, our Southeast Asia,
we are too separate, too divided.
One thing is too separate, and then we are we are not like Europe. Europe, the people is like, it's not easy I can say. Because
even Europe also has their problem already. UK chabut from the EU as well, because of too much immigration and all this nonsense, without realizing what is the root cause of it. But I'm just saying, if Southeast Asia come together and we become a superpower, then maybe we have more power to say stop, and not just the US only. But then what do you guys think? Do you believe World War III will happen? Do you think Malaysia has any power to stop that? What do you guys think? We hopefully believe that it doesn't happen For the sake of all of us, it doesn't happen Because then we be dead. Who knows? Maybe by the time this episode goes up, the world already ended. But let us know what you guys think. As always, if you enjoy our episode, share,
and
like,
subscribe,
all that good stuff. Comment. We love to hear your discussions and what your thoughts are. As always, try to be respectful in the comment section. We love discussion, but let's not start attacking people for no reason okay? And as always, if you want to reach out to us, tehtarihour@gmail.com. Until then, we will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.